everybody. Oh, say it one more time. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We are so excited today to have this conversation that you're going to hear in a few moments. The cable industry is doing some exciting and wonderful things, and today we're going to address a really important issue. Right now, there are over 20 million people who have access to broadband but aren't subscribing for a variety of reasons. They don't know the relevance, they don't have the training, they don't understand why this valuable tool can transform their lives. So today, the cable industry is going to showcase some of the best projects around the country that are addressing those issues. So I'm really excited to be here. The work that we do at the Joint Center is trying to close the digital divide, and this is an opportunity to hear what's happening on the ground. So thank you. Let's just start by welcoming those folks before they come on the stage. Now, before we get started, however, we have a very special guest, a champion at the Federal Communications Commission that has been spearheading these efforts in his tenure so far, Chairman Julius Genachowski. And there's no better reason than to kick off this session with him giving some opening remarks on why we're here today. He's got a long bio, we're short for time, but what I'd like to do is to bring out the chairman to actually begin our discussion today. Chairman Genachowski.
Well, thank you, Dr. Nicole Turner-Lee, for everything that you do to focus on the opportunities of technology for our economy, for education, for healthcare, and the incredible work that you're doing. And there's a terrific group of panelists coming, and I think it's going to be an excellent discussion. This morning, at the opening session of the cable show, I challenged the cable industry and all participants in the broadband economy to step up and help close the broadband gap. What broadband gap am I talking about? Well, it's the fact that broadband, while it's available to over 90% of people in the United States, is used by only 67% of Americans. We have a broadband adoption rate in the U.S. of 67%. That compares, for example, to 90% in Singapore. Broadband is as important to the 21st century economy, to opportunity in the 21st century, to educational opportunity, healthcare opportunity, as telephone service and electricity were in the 20th century. But if we were at 67% adoption for telephone service or electricity, we'd think we have a really big problem and a big challenge ahead of us. Well, that's where we are with broadband. It is an essential platform for our economy, for opportunity, for participating in our democracy in the 21st century, and 67% is just not good enough. At the FCC, we're launching an effort. I'm going to work with my colleagues on the commission to launch a task force that's going to bring together private sector innovators, nonprofits, others, to figure out the best, most efficient ways to move this needle much faster. I issued this challenge this morning, and it's great to see that NCTA has responded very quickly by organizing this session today. But it's a good thing, because this discussion will be a really good spur to what we all need to accomplish together for our country. It's not the first thing the cable industry has done, and I'm more than happy to acknowledge some excellent work that's being done around the country by the cable industry, whether it's Cox or Comcast or other companies that are thinking creatively about ways to bring low-income people online, give them a chance. Programmers like Discovery doing really interesting things around broadband and education to schools and teachers. I could go on. There are many examples. But I think nevertheless we need to tie these together, step it up, and start measuring our collective success by progress on the right metrics. And so my ask for the group today, just an incredible set of panelists from One Economy and LULAC and Computers for Youth. I know there are state legislators here. Let's have some focused discussion on what are the big ideas that private sector, that the non-governmental community, that government can engage in that will move the needle on broadband adoption quickly. I'm looking forward to hearing what comes out of this and to working with all of you on making some real progress on this important issue. So thanks very much, and good luck. Enjoy this panel. Thank you. And I think Dr. Nicole, I think, is coming back.
Coming back.
All yours. Good job. Take care.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you for being here. And we know that Chairman Genachowski is a great advocate for closing the digital divide. Let's just give him another round of applause for the great work you're doing. Thank you. Now, before we go on to the next part of the program, we do have something to show you. So I'm going to step aside for just a moment, because one of the ways that we can clearly demonstrate what the cable industry is doing by showing and demonstrating what the community and how they're being impacted by our efforts. So I'm going to step aside and we're going to show a video.